My name is Chiyesu. I was born in May 1966 in Ndola on the Kababa province. My photography began my second college, second higher institution of learning in 1990. I went to the Africa Literature Center. One of the subjects other than graphic design and fine art was photography. Before 1990, I was in another college studying art education, secondary school art teaching.
Okay.
Yeah, so my subjects were art and crafts, and then a minor teaching English. It changed my life in the sense that what happened now, I had a third dimension. Other than just draw or paint or design, I had now the fourth dimension, if I can call it that way. It was now an extension. And now the people who sponsored me for that course was a youth magazine called Speak Out. Speak Out Youth Magazine, sponsored by the Catholics. So they sent me to go to the Africa Literature Center to do the course. So when I came back, that was another advantage because I was assigned as an assistant editor, to that magazine. So now that meant that apart from doing cartoons and the illustrations for the magazine, I was going to help to do the photography, like the covers. I would do the sport. I would go to the stadiums and do all these sporting halls to do the sports stories. So I needed a camera. The other one was I had to do was music page as well. So if I go to a music festival or if I photograph or rather interview a musician, I had to do that now to help the editor.
Okay.
Yeah, she had her own camera. I didn't have any. So the camera I was using belonged to Speak Out.
Okay.
Yeah, later on, after maybe 10 years later on, I had my own digital camera, a small one. Yeah, in fact, it wasn't a digital, it was as an analog given by the same editor, Sister Connie. She gave me an analog camera.
Okay.
So I was able to use films those days, yeah. Now what happened was after my teaching, by the way, the magazine was a part-time job.
Okay.
Yeah, I was teaching then. So I would teach up to midday, and in the afternoon I go for Speak Out magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what was.
What did you teach?
I was teaching art and English.
Okay.
Yeah, at my former secondary school where I went as a student.
Okay.
So it was time to give back. So after 10 years, I decided to go on voluntary retirement because the circular came out from the headquarters in Lusaka to say anybody who wanted to retire could go on early retirement. So I was thinking what would be the best thing to do. I thought of doing graphic design. So I joined Mission Press, a printing and publishing company, the place I work for right now. Yeah. There, that's where now I had an encounter now with real computers now, where they were doing this graphic design. And I had a chance to travel out for the first time to go to Europe as a result of joining that company. Just after a year, we went to Slovenia.
Okay.
Yeah. To go hands-on, to go and see what happens, how they do their graphic design. And when we got back, and then that's when I touched a digital camera for the first time. Yeah. They bought a digital camera, and I was in charge of that digital camera.
Okay.
Yeah, so more or less, when you count those 10 years I spent at teaching, and those 10 years, and all these years I've spent at Speak Out magazine, that was when I ventured into camera. The kind of work I do in photography is I do weddings. Yeah, I do wedding, and sometimes I do photos for corporate companies. Yeah, you find they have a function. Maybe they are sponsoring a fashion design encounter or something like that. I would go and take photos.
Okay.
Others would be family. Maybe they're having a birthday party somewhere or something like that. I would go, they would ask me to take photos for them. Yeah. Then the other one is the obvious one, which is for Mission Press. As a graphic designer, you would find I'm designing a calendar, and then maybe that company is transport. And then they've just maybe bought, trucks, new trucks. So they would say, look, Danny, can you come over to our town to take photograph of our new trucks and add them onto our calendar? Or diaries, inserts. We will put new inserts into a diary. Or company profile.
Yeah.
They'll say, look, we've got machines, new machines, so and new staff, members of staff. So can you do a company profile? So I would be in charge of that photography.
Okay.
So now, other than that, as an artist, I'll use my photography to do record or have records of images of what I would use, what I want to use for art. My art practice, like I said, in the earlier days was drawing and painting with acrylic, watercolors, oils, and pastels. Now, with the coming of the computer, I came across the painting software. Somebody came to Mission Press with painting software. He didn't know how to use it and said, what's this? And then that opened my mind only to find that they were developing software for artists. So I decided to have a go at it in 2004. And the results was overwhelming throughout the experiments and looking at photos and images and stuff like that. The thing which came out was very beautiful. I realized now that was my third or fourth media to use, And the first program I ever used was called Adobe Classic, Penta Classic. That's the one I used,
And are you still using that now?
Yeah, I'm still using it, but it's out of fashion now because I've figured out how to combine two other programs other than just that. Okay. So I'm combining CorelDRAW with Photoshop.
Okay.
And then I'm coming up with all these images. Last year, in 2018, a German a woman walked into Mission Press. She was looking for articles for somebody who could write something. Yeah, Zambia's tourism potential and other things. So I agreed that I could write. And then as she was leaving, I told her that I could paint too. So she said, show me any of your works. So I showed her the computer paintings I had done. We had come up with about 200. So when she looked at that, she looked with a little interest and said, oh, well, I can take a few digital ones. She took it on a flash and take it to Germany. Then she phones me and said, listen, I'll be coming back to Zambia one day and then there's something I want to discuss with you. What is it? I said. Then she says, listen, I have a proposal for you. I want you to come and exhibit your art in Germany, your newly found digital art in Germany. So that's how we slated it for April 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, just 3 weeks ago, I was in Germany exhibiting.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've not forgotten my traditional way of painting as well. So I'm going to do it side by side.
Okay.
Yeah. So in Kalingalinga is overwhelming because there are certain things which are hidden, which you will never find anywhere. Okay, newspapers will never provide you, not even the television will provide you of what's inside. So this workshop gave me an insight of what can happen. Yeah, with this powerful tool, the camera, of what can be done, like documenting people's just everyday life, how they are coping with the modernization of Lusaka. So this exhibition has opened me up, and I'll never be the same again. And I'll go for a similar, project in my own town on the Copperbelt province, trying to dig. I've already done some body of work already like that on my own. Yeah, like attending these traditional ceremonies, and I intend to go all over Zambia and do it with my own time. So this will just add. It's a catalyst now, to go far and further.
Okay.
Yeah, and see how it takes me. And to me, it's a great honor to be in this group and meeting you people, because what's going to happen now from here, our works are going to be exhibited in England. Yeah, which is a plus to my portfolio. Yeah, and hope for better things to come in the future. What is this bulldozing, if I can call it that way, the bulldozing of modernization of Lusaka. So where are the people going to go? What's going to happen to Kalingalinga very soon? Yeah, is it the prophecy? Because somebody I talked to, one of the old people there, said Kalingalinga in the Nyanja word, one of the Nyanja words, or one of the local languages, which means somebody who's always moving from one place to another, meaning not settled. Yeah, always moving out. It's a little township or compound of transit. Yeah, and it's getting overpopulated. Yeah, and I feel sorry for the kids, because once this modernization and all the building, the construction which is going on of roads, new infrastructure, the shopping malls and stuff like that, I tell you, Kalingalinga will be wiped out. And I feel sorry.